Hi preschool friends! It's time for another story, and today we're going to read Grumpy Cat. This cat looks pretty grumpy, doesn't he? Let me see your grumpy face. Now let me see your happy face because you're excited to read this book with me. So, on this cover, we see a grumpy cat, and we also see another friend. What does this friend look? What emotion do you think this friend looks like she's feeling? Let's read the story and find out what she has, or what she thinks. Here is a page that is just some art. What do you see on it? I see a sunshine, which tells me it's daytime. I see a city with some buildings. I see our grumpy cat, who still looks pretty grumpy. But I see this friend. Is this friend in front of or behind the grumpy cat? This friend is behind our grumpy cat. Let's see if we can figure out why. Once there was a cat who lived all alone. He ate on his own, he slept on his own, and he spent every day alone. Preschool friends, do you remember what alone means? We talked about it when we talked about our emotions. Remember, it means that you're all by yourself. No one else is there with you. So this cat was all by himself. He would sit between the trash cans and look very, very grumpy. At night, other cats in the neighborhood would meet and play together. Cat wanted to join in, but he just didn't know how. The other cats didn't ask him because they thought he was a very grumpy cat, but really, he was a very lonely cat. So do you think he was maybe feeling a little scared and shy? I think he might have been. And being grumpy was just something that happened because he was so scared. Let's see what else happens. One night, everything changed. There was a terrible thunderstorm that crashed and shook the ground. Cat looked for shelter from the storm, but there wasn't any. Poor Cat got wetter, colder, soggier, and even grumpier than before. That doesn't sound like a very fun night for our cat, does it? Then suddenly, out of nowhere, there came a meow. Cat looked down, and there between his paws was a little orange kitten. Kitten was as wet and as cold and as soggy as Cat. Meow, said Kitten. Cat didn't know what to do. The rain stopped. Kitten meowed again. She thought she had just found a friend. But Cat just glared at Kitten and walked away. Was he being a good friend to this little kitten? Not really, was he? Kitten followed Cat. She rolled on her back and showed her belly. She wiggled her tail under Cat's nose. And she tried to catch Cat's tail. She just wanted to be friendly. But Cat still looked grumpy. Cat is still grumpy, even though he wanted to play with other cats. But he was a little too mean to, and now this little kitten wants to be his friend, and he's still being grumpy. Do you think that's a good way to make friends? I don't think so. Cat tried his best to lose Kitten by balancing on a high picket fence, but Kitten was right behind him. So even though Cat isn't being very nice, Kitten is still trying really hard to be a kind friend. That's the kind of friends we like to have at school, isn't it? Cat thought he had finally lost Kitten by climbing a tall tree. Then Cat heard a meow. Slowly and grumpily, Cat turned around. There at the foot of the tree was Kitten. Kitten followed Cat up the tree. She tried to reach him by balancing on the thinnest of branches. But then Kitten slipped. Oh no. Quick as a flash, Cat leapt over and took Kitten gently by the scruff on her neck and carried her down the tree to safety. Once they were on the ground, Cat licked Kitten to make sure she felt safe. So this cat rescued his new friend Kitten. That was a really kind choice. Do you think he's grumpy anymore? I don't think so. Kitten meowed. She was happy and hungry. Cat dashed off, but soon returned with a surprise. A great big fresh fish, as big as Kitten. Cat and Kitten ate until their bellies were full. He's being a good sharer now, isn't he? Cat and Kitten cuddled up for a snooze. They had each found a friend, and Cat was never grumpy again. Well, almost never. And look, do they look like they're friends now? I think they do. Preschool friends, we love it when our friends are really kind to us, don't we? And you know what? Even when other friends aren't nice to us, we're still supposed to be kind to them. That's something called grace, and it's really important. So next time you're playing with your friends or your brother or your sister and they're not being nice to you, just remember that even the little kitten made Grumpy Cat happy again. And you get to do that too. Now, friends, I have some more letters for us to learn. Are you ready? Our first one is the letter S. This zoo friend's name is Sammy Snake. Can you say Sammy Snake? Sammy Snake says, S. Can you move your hand like a snake and say, S? Good job. Our next friend is the letter T. Can you say T? This is Timothy Tiger, and he says T, 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 T. See how he's got those big muscles? He likes to show them off and go T, T, T. Can you, friends, show me your muscles and go T, T, T? Good job. Our last friend is the letter U. This is Umber Umbrella Bird. Do you see the umbrella on the top of his head? That's why he's called Umbrella Bird. So for Umbrella Bird, we hold an umbrella right by our heads, and we take our other hand and we flap our little bird wing, and he says, Can you guys do it with me? Good job. So preschool friends, say it. I want you to say the letter after me. Ready? S, T, and U. Good job, friends. So your activity today is to have mom and dad get a plate or a tray or a bowl. And I want you to fill it with one thing. It can be sand or dirt or whipped cream or little rocks or shaving cream. Something that when you put your finger in and you make some lines, you can still see the lines after. And once mom or dad helps you find that, I want you guys to practice these three letters. I want you to practice the S, the T, and the U. So for an S, we go out and around, back in and around. For T, we do one line up and down and one line side to side. And for U, we start up, we go down and up and back down in a straight line. So I want you to practice these three letters. And then I want you to practice the letters in your name. All right? Mom and dad can help you. And even if you have a piece of paper that's in front of the little plate you have with things on it, you can copy letters. You can see the letters in front of you. And then you can draw them in your sand or your dirt or whatever you find, okay? The last thing I want you to do is I want you to do some rainbow writing, okay? So I want Mom or Dad to write your name on a piece of paper, like this. And then I want you to get at least 5 different colored markers or crayons. And you get to go over and trace those letters with each color of the rainbow. That's why it's called rainbow writing. So maybe you want to start with red or orange, or maybe you start with your favorite color. But start with one. When you're done writing your name, remember, put the cap on and listen for the click. Then pick a different color and write over top of it again until you used at least 5 colors. Capiche? I can't wait to see the pictures your mom and dad send me of your rainbow writing and of you working on the writing in the sand or the dirt or the shaving cream. It's going to be fun. Have fun with this, friends, and I can't wait to see you in our Zoom calls and on Thursday. Have a good night.